Good evening, folks. Today we're doing a do-it-yourself kayak box out of 2 of these milk crates. Let me first tell you, if you have no tools, this ain't gonna save you no money. If you don't have any tools to do any of this stuff, because we need a few, just go buy the Yak Attack or whatever kind of box it is you're going to build. Don't do this. You'll save money by buying the box if you don't have tools. If you have tools and you're do-it-yourself, kind of like to do this stuff yourself, and this video is for you. This is going to be an easy one. Very similar to a lot that you can find. I'm actually going to do a little bit different, a few different things with mine, so this is how we do it. Check it out. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna have to do is cut this crate along this edge, and this will be the top of this crate, and it'll set and be that high. So this has to be cut off. I'm using a little multi-tool to do mine. You can use anything. You can use a hacksaw. If you don't have a tool, you don't need this, but the first thing we gotta do is take care of that. So on this first crate, I'm just gonna follow this line. I'm gonna keep that line, but I'm just gonna chop down on everything. And there we have it. We have the bottom off. This, I wish there was something you could do with it, but there's not, so you can just trash it. Clean up real quick. Okay, now here on our lids, you can tell that we've got some jagged edges. So what I'm gonna do next with the multi-tools, I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna take the blade off. Switch it for a sanding pad and go ahead and knock these burrs off. That's all we're gonna be doing. And that's good enough for me. So in reality, what you have is you essentially have this box with this box that sits on top. And how this is going to function is you're going to have your box, and it's going to act like a hinge. So you can store your tackle boxes, any type of tackle that you need in there, and it's going to be on a hinge. The next step is for us to mark some holes. And here's the zip ties that I'm going to be using. They are a 20 pack of 11-inch zip ties. I think that's beefy enough to hold it. We will probably use 4. I think 4. We're going to be using a 3/16 drill bit. It's about the size of the zip tie, so that's all we need. We're going to mark our spots. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think we're gonna go with 5 zip ties. So we've got our holes drilled in the bottom. We've got to drill our holes in the top. Make for sure and see our zip tie's gonna go through. Perfect size. Perfect. I'll bring y'all in on this. So on the box, it's gonna hinge like that right there. I want this end, this thick end on the outside, so that when I'm reaching in, my knuckles ain't getting caught on that and getting beat to death. We're gonna go in just like that. And we're gonna repeat that 5 times. Last one. There we go. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna snug them somewhat, not all the way, and we're gonna test. We're gonna wiggle and finagle and move, see what our best option is, and then once we get it right, we'll lock it down to where it's gonna be permanent. So, needs to be a little tighter because we want it, when we open it, we want it to kind of stand up. It's got it. Now don't be a psycho that leaves these tag ends on. Cut those off. And while they're exposed like that, take your little sanding pad or your hand sander and hit those just a little. Hit those just a little, because those are like little razor blades. They will cut you all to pieces. Just round off the edge. So as it sets, we have a hatch, we have a hasp, we have a latch. I'm gonna do something a little different to this one. I want to utilize this top. A lot of people put a hard top here, but I want some bungee lattice. I'm gonna put lattice on top of this. I'm gonna put some lattice because I'm bad to just grab behind me, grab a pack of baits, set it out, and that's what I'm mainly gonna be focusing on. So like if I have a pack of Kitex, I can put that in the top. So we're gonna lattice that top for extra storage. Okay, now on my box, I've got these little ribs here. I'm gonna go near the top, right above every other one. That'll give me 1, 2, 3, 4 across, and then we're gonna go 4 the other way, so it'll be latticed. So I'll have to run 8 bungees across the top. I actually have a row here that matches the crate. It also matches the kayak. I'm a big stickler for having things matching, so we are gonna go with a matching concept here. We do need a slightly larger drill bit for this part, and we will be going with a 1/4. And that's it. So I'm just gonna go at the top. We'll use that line there as our marker. So, boom, boom, boom. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take our bungee and let's see. Hold tight. So we roughly need about a So all of our pieces need to be roughly that long. It's probably 16 inches. So we're just gonna cut all of our pieces number 8. We've got a little extra. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna tie a knot on the end of all of these and go ahead and get them strung through. Just on one end, just a simple knot. We have all of our knots tied here, and that'll allow us to run them through one end. So you can kind of see the look I'm going for here with the lattice top. So now all I gotta do is pull these to however tight I want them to be, and then tie another knot on this side. And I don't want them super floppy, but I don't want them like with no give. So I'm thinking about right there should be fine. So what I'm gonna do, pull it out just a hair. So far, that's what we got. And now we've got to go the opposite direction. And I think what I'm gonna do is like over one, under, over, and then opposite. So, here's what we're looking at. We've got the lattice on the top. We've got our hinge, it stays open. So we've got storage here. We close that. We got quick storage here. You know, if you got a hoodie or a long shirt or a hat, something you don't want anymore, shove that in here. Some baits, pack of Kitex, worms, whatever, soft plastic bags. That's gonna be perfect. I am gonna go burn these ends just so it don't try to slip through, but I gotta find a lighter, and I don't wanna show that on video, but that is gonna happen. Now, the next thing we wanna do is we wanna make some sort of latch system. That way, if we tip, this don't open and everything fall out. We don't want that. We want, if this thing was to fall out, that this lid stays shut and everything stays in the crate. I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna come here, we're gonna come right here above this hole. We're gonna come right here to this one. We're gonna do that. And we are going to cut ourselves. I'm gonna go ahead and tie our knot. I am gonna double knot this one. Probably don't have to, but oh well. We're gonna come out of this way, pull our slot. Okay, and then we have the carabiner clip. We need to run it from like here, and this will come back up. So that will need to be, stuck out enough to clip to right there. Okay, so we got that right there. That is going to hook to that, and it's going to turn and go boom. So, dude, that is perfect. Check them out. It locks, it's snug enough. You've got the lattice on the top. Nice. So the next thing we've got is 2 or 3 of these rod holders. We're gonna secure them to the side. Probably need a screwdriver for that. So we've got our rod holders mounted. They're both on there really good. So I'm liking how it's coming together so far. Lattice on top, super simple. I am gonna put one more rod holder probably on this side up front for now. One will probably be to hold the net. That's my plan. Go ahead and slap this other rod holder on real quick. It's not the simplest It's not the easiest thing in the world I've ever done. It's kind of tricky to get this bottom one in. Put your screw through, put your washer on, and then you've got a little lock nut that you get hand tight, and then it takes a put that on there. On, rotate it up. What? Yeah. Give me just a second. There we got it. One at the bottom, one at the top. Tops and bottoms of both sides there. So as it sits right now, the box is done. It's got storage down here. It's got a lid with extra lattice storage. 3 rod holders. And a way to lock it right here. You just boom. Like it'll move some, but nothing, a tackle box is not gonna squeeze through there. So here is how it will set in the kayak right there. I clipped this, the bungee back here, I clipped that and just kept it on the 2 back here just in case, because you don't really need to tie nothing down if you're gonna do that. My next hurdle is trying to figure out how to keep the box, in the kayak. I don't suspect, like I'm not gonna be taking it in and out. That may add 2 pounds to the weight of the kayak. So it's not nothing crazy, but it needs to be secured to the kayak so where it won't, if I do flip, it's not going to roll out and I lose everything. So I have a couple options. I have some matching paracord that I picked up at Walmart. I could run through here and around both sides. That would probably, it don't have to be like can't move. It just don't need to fall out if I flip. So I think that's what I'm gonna try to accomplish next is that side of it. So what I'm thinking I will do, where I cut the bungee off of this other side, I'm gonna run this paracord through here and around the back of these rod holders. Okay, final walkthrough on the box. So we've got our lid. Opens up, get your storage, close your lid, take your latch, pull down slightly, locks in. The lid will move some, not a lot. Then on top, you've got your just easy storage, lattice type storage. I've got it anchored to these existing bungee connectors here. I've got it connected behind the seat, there, and then one more here. That is 110 pound rated paracord. So I don't think it's gonna break. Especially, I don't think all 3 would break. Even if I did flip and that hit the bottom in a creek or something, I think it would just stop the kayak rather than it break it off. So, tickled with it. Got a rod holders. We don't got nothing in there yet. I do have, so I can store at least 2 more of these and those don't get in the way. There's wiggle room on each side, so I'll probably pick up probably 2 more. That way it's not super tight. My goal is to make this tackle box storage and this soft plastic bags. So got plenty of storage. I'll never use that much tackle on a kayak trip. I don't do kayak tournaments. I do it for fun. So thank you all for watching. If you've got any questions, drop them down in the comment section. If I can help you in any way, I will gladly do so. Catch y'all on the next one. See ya.